4 years ago, I received the craziest message my entire life. So back then I was training martial arts, maybe about 4 times a week max. And then I get a message from my coach inviting me to Asian Sambo Championships. Now I would argue this is one of the hardest competitions in all of martial arts around the world. You got some crazy Mongols, you got some Khabib level Dagestani guys. Logically, I shouldn't have accepted this invitation. All my friends, all my family were basically telling me, it's not worth it, you're gonna get injured, you're gonna get killed. That's right, I don't think I was that bad, but okay. Even my own mom, I overheard her saying, he doesn't even train that much, he's got basically no chance. She was actually right, I basically had zero chance of winning. Now for reference, I was ranked number 2 in Australia, one of the lowest ranking countries in Sambo. And the guys I was going to be fighting will be ranked number 1, 2 or 3 in their country. And their countries are like Mongolia, like Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan. You reckon I took that invitation? Why would I do that? There was no chance of winning. Basically, there was no point in me going. But I still said yes. Now I want you to think about it for a second. If you got an opportunity like that, where you have no chance of winning, whatever it is, maybe it's like a job that you're not qualified for, but it pays like $100 an hour, would you take it? Now, if I'm being honest, and if you're being honest with yourself, most of you probably would say no. Say, oh, well, I need to cut weight. Oh, I haven't been training. That's how I know most of you guys would have said no. But the question is, why would most people say no? There's no real harm in it. I mean, sure, you can get injured, but the federation will pay for the hospital, so it's not that big of a deal. The reason it's not physical, it's psychological. Only thing that can happen is for you to gain experience. But because of your insecurities, your self-image would be on the line. Because most of you guys see yourselves as someone who can't lose. Someone who does fairly decent in everything he does. And I'm gonna be honest, that is one of the most toxic mentalities on the planet. You're basically being a bitch. That's something that you have to rewire in your brain. The reason I took that opportunity and every other opportunity that I've taken, I don't see myself as someone who doesn't lose. I see myself as someone who loses all the time, but someone who will never let cowardice stop him. Someone who will go for every single opportunity and will not care what everyone else will think if he loses. Because not taking the opportunity is actually far worse than not trying. Because it enforces this idea in your mind that you are someone who doesn't lose. Deep down, your brain knows that you don't lose, but you're also a coward. And it's something that's going to haunt you. You don't actually live up to your full potential. Now, if you want to reframe your mind, you're going to have to start taking actions that enforce this sort of thinking. So next time you get an opportunity like this, if the odds are 99% of failure, I want you to take that opportunity. As long as you're not losing like $1 million, that is. But when you keep taking these opportunities one by one, your brain will start to see you as someone who's not afraid of failure. I promise you, someone who's a loser but keeps trying sleeps 100 times better than someone who doesn't try and never loses. Actually, it's such a peaceful life when you've lost 1 billion times, but you know it's because you never stopped trying. I'm someone who lost countless times. I had more major losses than 99% of you, but I also had a few wins that 99% of you could never have. And I'm not being arrogant. It's because most of you never took these opportunities that I've taken. And even if they did come your way, you wouldn't have taken them. Let's be real now, bro. If you want a little bit more detail on how to reprogram your mind, follow my channel. I'll be making more videos around that. And if you do already follow me, everyone who follows me does 20 push-ups after every single prayer. Whether they pray Duhur, Asr, Fajr, Isha. This is something that's going to keep your mind sharp. And your fitness is going to develop unbelievably quickly, trust me. Oh, by the way, I got absolutely destroyed in that fight.